Hey everyone, how you doing? So we've all heard the expression, "If the world gives you lemons, what do? You make lemonade, right? You take a negative and you turn it into a positive. It's been a while since I've come on and spoken on anything, and that's because I will only come on here when I feel I have something to say, or I feel that something is meant to be said. And I'm going to tell you this: over the past week and a half, number seven, number seven is popping up everywhere for me. It's popping up online. It's popping up in clock numbers. It's popping up in conversations with people. No coincidences, once again. And the 7th of this month is the day where, even though she didn't pass on that day, she passed a week later. That was the day I considered that she did pass, because it was the last time, she was actually awake before they put her under with, bullshit COVID. uh, which, oh god, that was another whole thing. But anyway, with that, I'm thinking a lot about that, and it's life just is amazing, and why I chose all these things, in my life to happen, to experience. It's like sometimes I think, you crazy kid, why'd you take on all these contracts, But yeah, I mean, yeah, for an example, right? All right, she was the love of my life at the time. I'm blessed. I've met someone else, and it's like the fairy tale is kind of continuing. I had the fairy tale for 15 years, 14, 15 years with her, and that's no exaggeration. That's the truth. And once again, the world gives you lemons. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to throw them away? Are you going to discard them? Are you going to make something out of something? Are you going to run and hide? Are you going to go into uh, depression? Are you going to go into self pity? Are you going to go into all that bullshit? I don't believe in that crap. Um, you take something bad, you learn from it, you feel it, you experience it, and then you try and help other people with what you've learned, what you experience. See, I've always been one with, like, school is a joke in a way, at least the schooling that we're put upon us now. Because you go to school and, oh, you get this paper, and this piece of paper says you could do this and you're certified in this, and bullshit. You could be certified in something and know jack shit about it. Pardon my French. It's experience. It's living it. It's going through stuff. It's what you're able to speak on. Not a piece of paper. It's what you go through, what you experience, and how you deal with it. And, you know, okay, here's an example for me: loss. I'm the perfect person to speak on loss and how to get around it and how to work through it, and, to cope with what is happening at the time and what you're feeling. Um, Pain. I have neck damage. I have back damage, spinal damage, neck, everything. I have nerve damage in my hands severely. You look at me, you would never think it. People that know me probably don't even know that I have had all these things, because I don't bitch on them. Because I take a negative and I turn it. I turn it into a positive. I took all the things, like the doctors wanted to do surgery, and I went against everything that they said. And I researched myself, and I went through doing things myself, and at least I got myself to where I could walk again, because I couldn't walk. I walked with a cane. I could only walk half a block. But I took the negative and I turned it into a positive. Okay, and that's something else I could speak on from experience. All these things. I've had so many things happen in my life. I've taken on so many, I guess, contracts coming into this life, and it's all meant for now. It was to experience all these things. Bullying as a child, uh, you know, picked on, put down, belittled pretty much my whole life. I never gave into it. Never. What I've done is taken all these things and, you know, I would never want to do this to somebody else. I never want to hurt anybody else. Even in like relationships, I would never discount someone based on an appearance. A lot of people say, whatever. To me, it's like I see a person and I see what's in here. You could be the most attractive looking thing out here and be ugly in here, and I don't want to know you. You could be what people would consider not attractive and be beautiful in here, and I want you in my life all the time because that's what counts. Yeah, all these superficial bullshits that people have, and these ideas that they have, with like all this crap. I mean, it's all part of division. It's all part of all the stuff like that they just want you to be separated with. But anyway, like I said, with loss and that, I've helped a few people, online, just by speaking or just listening, and a little, tidbit of advice or whatever from experience. And I can see I've made a difference that way, but I also know I'm meant to do this on more of a larger scale. Um, but I will never go on and not speak on things where I'm not speaking from the heart, or, a place of knowing or experience. So with like loss, you have to feel it. Number one, with anything that you go through, you have to feel it. You have to live it, and then you have to heal it. You have to forgive it. You have to, forgive yourself a lot of the times for being in situations, but there are also situations that are just put upon you. And how you handle it and how you come through it tells a lot about you. Um, I can say this: I am someone who is, I guess, introverted. I like to be by myself. I don't need 9 million friends. I don't need 9 million guy friends. I don't have to have the ego of, being celebrated by others. I don't give a shit. I just want to be happy, and I just want to help people. Make me a bad person? Okay, whatever. Um, but from experience, this nothing beats it. You can't get a piece of paper and say, "Oh, I could do this now," because I see a lot of people with that, and I'm like, "Fucking joke." Uh, no, experience is where everything is. Uh, and like I said, the more you could take something that is painful, hurtful, negative, and flip it, man, you've done miracles, because you not only help yourself and help yourself grow, you could be an example for other people and to help other people that way too. Um, I'll give you examples with me. I used to draw a lot when I was a kid. I was very good. Draw scenes, I could draw people. And I lost that ability through injury. I used to play violin. I used to play guitar. I used to play keyboard. And I was pretty damn good. Once again, injury. So, like, even now, I mean, I think a couple of years ago, I actually put something on where I was playing something to a song on that I had on the TV or whatever, and I could barely do it. Whereas that was so simple for me. Scaling, even. I used to be able. I can't even do it. I can't even feel. My fingers don't function like they used to. But once again, this is not whoa me. Artistically, I probably created so many beautiful things that people have seen out there. You don't lose what's in here. It may be affected here and other places, but in here, it never goes away. Um, so basically, like, don't give up. Never give up on yourself. Never give up in anything, because you're losing something. Turn loss into a positivity, into a gain. So like I said, I lost the ability to draw like I did. I just can't. I can't even hold things. Half the time I can't even sign my signature. But I can move a mouse and I can create that way. And I've taken some, you know, like images of like even like Marianne, and made them into beautiful art. With feeling and purpose behind them, and with with a lot of the things that I've gotten in meditation, through communication, light codes, sayings, being told to like do this and create certain things. And this is what I've done. And so it was maybe about a half a year ago, maybe a little bit less than that. I was just going through papers one night and I came across something else I forgot. I had in my late teens, I was really big into music. I love music and playing music, and you know, with others and that, and being bands. And I wrote a lot. I wrote a lot of music, and I didn't even realize how much I wrote till I came across, through folders and that, and I had over 100 songs and stuff that I had written. And I was thinking, once again, that's something I always wanted to do. What do I do? Do I feel sorry for myself? Oh, I never had the opportunity. I never got it. Bullshit. No, you don't do that. You take a negative and you turn it into positive. So I have the knowledge, I have the ability, I have the ear, So I actually took all those songs also and created them. Granted, I used AI to be my band, but I told that band what to do, and that band had to play it a certain way. And most of these things, it's pretty close to how if I would have actually played it, it would be. I mean, you're not going to get things 100% perfect, but it's pretty damn close. And I'm very proud of like all the stuff that I've been putting out there, and presenting to people. One, because I'm introverted and I'm quiet, and I really don't like to be in the scene. But I also know, express yourself. This is part of why I'm here. It's to grow. It's to help others. It's to be an example to others. Don't give up. Here, I'm going to be 60 in May. Okay? I'm like a kid. I love it. Uh, what's in here is it's just growing. It's coming back. It's being let free. Uh, and I feel so good with like all these things that I've been doing, because a lot of like I said, a lot of these things I wrote in the late 80s, mid 80s, late 80s. But now a lot of it I've written now, and it's release. It's letting out. It's healing. It's healing through music, through sound. And, not to mention, okay, granted, I have to run these through programs one up, but when I bring them back into my environment, I convert everything to 432 hertz. So when I'm listening to this stuff, it's like I'm listening in like nature's frequencies, and I'm listening in a peaceful environment. And it's just a great feeling. But once again, the world gave me lemons and I made lemonade out of it. Okay. Every situation in my life, I've taken note on this, and I'm understanding it. It was all part of my life contracts, everything I went through. Being empathic my whole life, not realizing it. Drinking like a fool, through my teens and 20s to try to avoid what I would feel off other people and whatnot, all to learn. But also to break family, karmic tie problems in history. Uh, it's experience once again. life experience, being able to speak on things, on loss, on growth, on not giving up, on doing, on stepping up, on going forward. Never give up. Never give up a dream you have, whatever it is. And never give up on you. Never give up on you. Have love for yourself. Because you can't love other people unless you love yourself. And it's not conceitedness. It's not being narcissistic or anything like that. It's just, if you can't feel here and you can't be complete here, you're not going to be able to share that with others. And I feel so bad for so many people I see, so many people I hear out there, because I can see it. I see a lot where the root is. And I mean, they have to learn and experience it, I guess. I don't know. But, like I said, you don't have to have the piece of paper or degree to be someone who could speak and to help others. So that's what I'm basically trying to say to you out there is, don't be afraid to take the chance. Don't be afraid to step up. I'm doing things I never thought I would do. Never. Absolutely never. I thought 5, 6 years ago, my life was pretty much over. It was going to be what it was going to be. And I never gave up. And I strived forward. And I went through even more difficulty, more pain. Why? For now. To speak out, to be a voice, to help others. Through the cards, through the music, through these videos, being at the events I go to, and probably in the future speaking more at these events because I'm not afraid. And I will just speak from the heart. And like I said too, hey, everyone is psychic, and that's true. You don't have to be a so-called reader to read. Each person has their own unique ability. They have their own way of communication. I get mine through meditation. I get it through astral. I get it from shit just popping in my head. I get it from, and believing and trusting. Like I say, I'll wake up and know things that I didn't know before. Or it'll be something where it'll be a thought that I didn't know or realize, and look into it and be like, holy shit, yeah, this is real. So that's another thing. Don't doubt. And never think that anybody is better than anyone else, because I can tell you this, I am no better than you. I am no better than anyone else. And there is nobody that's better than me either. So, is this a rant? Maybe. I just hope it helps somebody to understand. Maybe, don't give up. Just because the world gives you lemons doesn't mean you can't make lemonade out of it. Doesn't mean that you can't turn a negative into a positive and be a positive voice out there where you want to help others, because this is what I want to do. I just love everyone. I love you all. And I just want everyone to get along. That's another thing. I feel with like all these energies, whether it's 3i Atlas, whatever you want to call it, whatever's going on out there, it's affecting the world and it's affecting the spiritual. Because, like I said, this is why I was saying like discernment too with people and whatnot. People need to really see through that too, because there's these energies that are out there and they're trying to cause the divide. And they're also doing it in the spiritual. So going back even a little bit, if there were people that you felt very connected to, and then all of a sudden you felt differently, you look deep into that because you could be off. It could be, these energies causing the division to try and not only do it within the what we call the natural here, but in the higher realms. At least that's my take and my feel on it. So, yeah, like I said, there are people that blocked me. There are people that unfriended me. I won't do that to you. My door's always open. But the thing for you is you did wrong by me. So my boundaries are now higher. So now you need to prove yourself to me. No more carte blanche, free invitations. So with that, I mean, if anybody has any questions or anything, you can DM me. But take everything that's negative, everything that happens to you, and flip it. Turn it into a positive. You know, example, like 4 years ago, like with the loss of Marianne, she still works with me, through me. A lot of the time, I feel the energy come through. And like I said, she was a social worker, and she was just starting to get into what she really loved doing. She loved helping people. Guess what? You're still doing it because you're doing it through me. So I love you all. I wish you all well on this, what they call New Year. It's really April 1st, by the way. I just wish you love and light. And don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on you. And heal. Heal here. Heal here. Love here. Then you could love there. Namaste.